New information tonight on a story we broke more than a year ago. We told you yesterday that a federal grand jury indicted Robbie Bruce on wire fraud charges.
The prosecutors tell us Bruce used money he raised for victims of the Sandy Hook shooting on himself. And now one of the Sandy Hook victims' families is speaking out, and so is the initial whistleblower.
News 2's Joseph Pleasant has been on this story from day one and has an update for us.
Mr. Bruce? The last time we saw Robbie Bruce, he would not answer our questions about money he raised through his 26-4-26 foundation. The money was supposed to benefit the victims and survivors of the Sandy Hook elementary shooting in Newtown, Connecticut in December 2012. But according to this 6-count federal indictment handed up February the 4th, Bruce used at least part of that money on himself.
And I actually got really emotional and started crying about it because it was just such an amazing thing to finally see it.
Jillian Soto's sister Victoria was a teacher at Sandy Hook. She died in the shooting. Bruce had used her name and picture as part of his fundraising.
He came into the home that Vicki lived with us, and we shared stories about Vicki. We allowed him to go into her memorial room.
News 2 first learned about questions surrounding Bruce when co-founder Ryan Graney reported that only $30,000 of more than $100,000 raised actually went to the cause. She filed this complaint with the Tennessee Attorney General's office.
And I felt like I was finally heard. I felt like I finally had a conclusion to this nightmare that's been going on.
The Davidson County District Attorney's Office told us that Bruce at this point won't face any state charges because they're deferring to the federal investigation and now this federal indictment. Bruce is due in federal court in Hartford next week. Soto and Graney plan to be there.
I'm going to be there with her on Monday, and he's going to have to see us there and realize, like, this wasn't okay.
Bruce faces up to 120 years in prison if he's convicted. In South Nashville, Joseph Pleasant, Nashville's News 2.